Good morning, it's Tuesday the 19th of April. I'm Warren and this is episode 4 of Warren's Removals TV, and today I am extremely happy because every single vehicle is out. 4 moves today, all of the crew are out. It's on Tuesday as well, which is unusual, it's normally a Friday, so I am happy. On our way to Jason's job now, so there's 4 moves on today, which is amazing. One of the best sights in the world. When I turned up to the unit this morning, every single vehicle is out, including the lorry, and every single staff member. And today is Tuesday. What's the date? I don't know, it's Tuesday in April, forgot the date. We're on our way to Jason's job now. There's 3 of them here. We packed yesterday, so yesterday's bank holiday Monday, so the packing was done yesterday. The customers have already got the keys, which is brilliant, so there's no waiting around for this team today. And they've got 2 Luton vans, so we're going to go and check in on them and see how they're getting on. So this morning we've got Mick, Jason and Ollie here today, so I just wanted to show you the protectors that they've already put on. So we've got 1, 2, 3 armchairs, so nicely protected they are, and then a 3-seater sofa which they've already put on, so that's great. Helping the guys load up a little bit. Been about 30 minutes so far. We're halfway down van number 1. Jason's doing a cracking job of stacking. Jason normally likes to get boxes first, so let me talk you through what he's doing and what's going on.
So the main thing is you've got boxes, a couple of units make a nice base, and we stack it up. These bags are so useful when you get the gaps up here where boxes can't go, and they help pad it about. Stop any movement as we're going along, so filling every gap as best as we can, just slotting it in.
Perfect. Also, I get asked quite a lot about our curtain vans, especially off other removal companies. They always ask, how do we use curtain vans? Well, we go with a compact load. So what that means is when you load it, you make sure it bulges through the edges, which means when you're on the journey to the next job, the transit part of it, nothing will really move, so we don't get any damages. So that's how we utilise the curtains. So just had some pretty bad news. We've currently got 2 guys doing their HGV training at the minute. It'll be day 3 out of 5 days, and the trainer has got COVID, so it's all been cancelled, unfortunately. This causes a bit of a problem for us because we need them to be passed as soon as possible, and they can't really do it next week because we're too busy to lose 2 staff off the job, so something new to worry about. So they had their test this Friday, you see, so that's obviously going to get delayed now. But just another hurdle to jump over, isn't it? So we're on our way to Spring Pack now. Spring Pack are a company that we've used for about 3 years. We get our packing materials from them. Not all of our packing materials, in fact we use 3 different companies for this. But Springpack we find are the best for export wrap, which is a big quilted wrapping protection material that we use for certain types of furniture. We actually moved Springpack into this premises as well, and it is magnificent. It's absolutely massive. It was a very big move for us. It was taken over about 2 or 3 days, and I remember having like 10 staff each day, so I remember the move very well. And I met the owner, Jerry, who is a really, really cool, nice guy who's done really well for himself, and it's amazing to see a company like that flourishing in Worcester. They're positioned in Blackpool. They're about 20 minutes away from us. They do a delivery service too, but because I wanted to go and pick them up today and show you their site, we're also going to meet some of their team, which is exciting for us. So I've spoken to Amy, who's in charge of the marketing department at Springpack, so we're going to catch up with her in a minute. So here we are, we're at Springpack. We're here to pick up a pallet of large boxes and 4 big massive rolls of export wrap. They're going to load them onto the vehicle in a minute, but I wanted to bring you guys here just to see the setup, see this operation. We moved these guys into this premises in March 2019, so 3 years ago now. So it's amazing to see it in operation. When we moved them in, they had no racking whatsoever. You can see on these photos here. That is when we moved them in. It was just a plain warehouse. So when I take you around, you can see exactly what they've got. It's such an amazing setup, and it's quite remarkable how big this company is. You think you're doing well in life, and then you come to a place like this.
Hi, I'm Amy Francis, the Customer Experience Manager here at Springpack. Today we are hosting Warren's Removals, a very valued customer, and who actually helped us move here 3 years ago to our current site. A little bit about Springpack. We provide all transit packaging such as cardboard boxes, tape, pallet wrap, available for next day delivery. We also offer a really wide and ever growing range of eco-friendly packaging, and also bespoke items such as printed boxes, printed tapes, or anything else that you feel you might like made bespoke to get your branding out there.
So here we are, we're in the actual warehouse. We've been given permission, so I feel very honoured about that, because they don't just let any randomer walk around their unit. But me and Fraser are all kitted out, health and safety regs and all that, so Fraser has got himself a little high vis as well. Just wanted to point out this is a conveyor belt kind of machine, so instead of walking everything up the stairs, they can just put a bit of bubble wrap and put a box on this and it just bring it up by itself. So work smarter, not harder kind of situation. So we're about to leave Springpack now and go back to the unit. We've had a good look around. It's been amazing to see this type of operation take place. There's so many staff members here. In fact, they've got roughly 60 staff members. Bit of history about Springpack is it was started in 1975, and it was started by Lawrence Francis. That is Amy's dad. And it was started in his garage. Hopefully Fraser can tag a photo of that garage because it's an amazing story. But yeah, lovely to see this place in operation. It's something really exciting as well that we're bringing up this year. It's something that I really want to roll out. It's something I'm quite passionate about. I love helping removal companies and new startups. It's very humbling when people contact us and compliment our work and look at our achievements, which is amazing online. Obviously, social media broadcasts exactly what we're up to and where we are as a company, and also where we came from. So when people message us and just show appreciation, it's really humbling. So what we wanted to try and do, I always give general advice. I always contact people back. So if you message me on Facebook and you want advice, or you're starting out, or you just want to pay a compliment, I always, doesn't matter what time it is, I will find the time of day to reply, because I think it's important, and I would have really appreciated that back in the day when I started 7 years ago. So when people message me, I give general advice, and I always will do that. And what I wanted to try and do now, as I've got a little bit more time to myself, I'm very fortunate that the company has built to a level, we've built ourselves to a certain level where I'm not necessarily needed every day anymore. I've got Luke and George that do the quotes, and I've got the guys and the team leaders that carry out the moves, and the office runs itself now with Esther and Tash. So sometimes I'm not needed, so I want to utilise my time elsewhere. So I'm trying to think of improving other people's businesses and their startup ideas. So we're going to try and roll out a course. It's going to be quite an intensive one, depending on how much time and effort you want to put into it. So I think we're going to go for a 1, 2 or a 3-day course. This is a bit of a joint thing, me and Luke. So I wanted to bring Luke in on this because Luke is the general manager, and he knows a lot about stuff that I don't know anything about. For instance, the lorry, I've just passed all of that on to him. I actually have no real knowledge there. So I want Luke to be brought into this, and he's excited about it. So that's something we're rolling out this year. No set dates yet, and no system, and no real literature just yet, but that's something we're building on. So now we're on our way to Simon's job. Simon's on a free van job with 4 staff, and also Dan, who was on his HGV training, which has just been cancelled because of the instructor having COVID. He's going to help them as well, so he'll make that a 5-man squad. Customers are moving to Hereford, so it's quite a way from the unit, so when they unload today they'll probably be over an hour away, so quite a long day for those guys. So they'll be thankful for Dan for going to help. Maria is the customer's name, and we go and check in on them and see how they're getting on. I will also lend a hand for half an hour or so before we go and check out the next job. But yeah, we'll also talk to Dan as well, because Dan's probably a little bit gutted about the HGV thing, because he's excited to pass and we're excited to get him past. So a little bit gutted, but we'll move on, we get it rebooked and we get it done as soon as we possibly can. Just turned up at Simon's job. We're in WR6 in Worcestershire. Got Dan with me. Dan shouldn't be here today, but he's had his HGV stuff cancelled, and I bet you're gutted, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, obviously. Looking forward to it. We started it last Wednesday with a CPC, and then Thursday was our first out in the lorry. Looking to get back into it this week, crack on for our test on Friday, but some things can't be out, can they?
No.
Unfortunately, another thing, COVID's interrupt, but we move on.
That's it. And on Wednesday, like Dan just said, he did pass his CPC, so he's flying already. Really confident this week. Had his test on Friday, and we all thought he was going to pass, and we still think he will pass first time. We haven't got a new date for this, so we're a bit gutted about that, but we're on it this morning. But for now, Dan's on this job helping us out.
Let's get back to it.
Cheers, man.
Simon. I've been at Warren's for nearly 6 years now, and today we're just out near Hereford. Got this lovely 3-bedroom property that we're moving. This is our second van we're on, and they're moving to Hereford. They've already got the keys.
Okay, so normally the leader of the move is the person stacking the van. Today that's Simon, he's also a team leader. And he's just asked for the fridge freezer, so me and Danny are just putting the protector on when we take it out to him. So yeah, like I say, he would normally tell us what he wants next, and we're just called the foot soldiers, aren't we? And just take it to him. As we spoke about on the last episode, we are looking to replace a couple of vehicles. We're actually looking to replace 4 in total, and since the last episode we've sold two vehicles, and we've replaced them with newer, fresher, cooler vehicles. It's important for our company image to always look current and just look a little bit better than our competition, if you like. And we have started to get some older vehicles getting a bit tired and always needing some kind of maintenance work. Thankfully we've got Tash in the office, and she brings it up when we're spending a lot of money at the garage on certain vans. So she's got an amazing spreadsheet as well. The company is basically spreadsheet galore at the minute. Tash's spreadsheet shows how much money we are spending on maintenance per vehicle and what vehicles cause us the most headaches. Obviously we don't want any headaches because it's a domino effect in the company, and everything can kind of go wrong once you get one little mishap. That's what tends to happen anyway. So yeah, so the vehicles have been replaced. We replaced Luke's Caddy, which had done 162,000 miles. We sold it for £5,000 in total. We bought it 4 years ago for £6,000. Now, although it only sounds like we've lost £1,000 in 4 years, that's just what's happened with vehicles. They've all just increased in prices. They're hard to get hold of, which means second-hand vehicles are more expensive now. So £5,000 for that, and we replaced it with a vehicle which has done 7,000 miles, a lot newer, better on fuel consumption as well, and that one cost us 14,000 plus VAT. So we had to spend quite a lot of money on that one, and we decided not to take any finance on it because, you know, the less debt the better. And our other vehicle, we sold our Merc. Our Merc was causing problems all the time. It was one of those kind of vans, it just become tired. It was a good van because it had a big body, but the time had come, although it hurt sometimes letting go of a van, because I have an emotional attachment to pretty much all of my vehicles. It was definitely the right decision to say goodbye, and we've replaced that one with a brand new Renault. Renaults at the moment, and one that you can literally go and pick up and drive away straight away. It costs around £37,000 plus VAT. There's no immediate plans to sign right that van because we're spending money like it's no man's business at the moment, so we need to calm down a little bit. We need to let that bank balance build back up and then look at some different vans to sell and different vehicles to buy in. Like I've said a million times already, we are improving the company this year, not growing the company. That's not just with vehicles, that's with staff training as well. So exciting times this year, although it scares me a little bit not growing. It's also really refreshing not spending so much money all the time and running 100 mile an hour, because what I need to remember as a business owner, just because it's my own passion and I want to grow as big as I possibly can, I also need to remember that the staff that work for Warren's Removals get dragged along at 100 miles per hour as well, and that's not good for anybody because we can run the risk of burnout, and I don't want that, because if you do that, then staff could end up leaving, and that's the last thing we want. We're very proud of our staff retention here. So yeah, all exciting times in 2022. On the last episode we spoke about containers and buying containers, getting them delivered, and I just wanted to address something, not in a bad way, but obviously we did not have this type of money in our bank account. So these 56 containers that you see with us today, we took a growth loan, a very, very good growth loan. Very, very proud of the fact that companies out there put their trust into us when I delivered them a business plan. So very, very impressed with that. We took out £200,000. We bought 56 containers. They're currently all full, which is brilliant. So they're paying for themselves. And without that loan, we just wouldn't have been able to do this. So it's important for me to state that we are very proud and very fortunate to be given that kind of opportunity. So thank you. Hello, mate. How are you? Did you get a bit of a Mick on the camera then?
I did.
Mick's a legend here. Where you been today, mate?
Just to Nicky.
Nicky. Oh, storage job, yeah.
Yeah, storage job. I don't know where it's going.
So this is a second time moving customer called Nikki, and she's coming into storage today for a few months. She's using our last container, so after today we've got none available. However, we are looking to buy another 4 in the next 2 months, so hopefully we can get those 4 sooner than that and we can get them full as well. Cheers, Mick.
Yeah, no worries.
I just want to talk about Big Iveco. This van we call Big Iveco. It's a bit of an older van, so it tends to have some problems. Today that's going to Insight, which is 2 doors away. So really, really good company that we use, Insight, right on our doorstep. They do all of our mechanical work and they do all of our servicing, and they look after us as well. Not only with price, but they also look after us with proactiveness. So if we get a problem, they get it in straight away, because they understand if the wheels ain't turning, we ain't earning. So Big Iveco is going to be going over there. Also, you can see the lorry parked up today. It's a bit of a shame, but it does get parked up quite a lot of the week. I'd say it's out 40% of the week, so 60% at the minute it is sat there. So for a hefty price tag of £70,000, we want it to be out more, but I'm just showcasing the real life of removals. That vehicle is not out all of the time. We want it to be, but it's just not. So yeah, unfortunately it's not out all the time. If you look behind you now, you can see Jason. Jason is our storage manager. We're going to do a bit of a section on Jason soon, because he is the boss of the storage yard. Not just external, but internal. He's got a job today. Nicky Bagnall coming into storage. For how long is Nicky Bagnall in storage for?
It's a renovation job, so it'll be 3 to 6 months.
3 to 6 months we've got Nicky Bagnall, and we've just used the last container, is that right?
Yes, container 13 will be our last container, and then we'll only have a couple of crates left.
Bloody hell, so we need to buy some more storage space.
Yeah.
We're looking to buy more containers. But,
yeah, we've got room for another 7 or 8, haven't we?
Yeah, another 7 or 8,
Not too
but
bad.
as we said previously, we're trying not to spend too much money this year, but with storage, that's an exception, because we do need it. So
Generates.
it generates money, yeah. They cost a lot, but it does bring in money, the long-term game. Thanks, Jace, mate.
No worries.
So here we are at Insight. I just said to bring in Big Iveco round. As you can see, this is Philo. We call this van Philo. This is here today to have a look at the brake pads. The guy said that it was flagging up that the brakes were rubbing or needed checking, so got the warning light on. The guys have plugged it in and everything's fine. So good news for me, a bit of a false alarm. So here we are with Logan today. Logan's going to talk to you about Insight and what they do for us.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm Logan from Insight Translogistics. We've got a couple of vans in today. We tend to do a bit of preventative maintenance on the vans, because you don't want any of that downtime, especially if you're running from house to house and whatnot. So doing services, brake tests and things like that. And then we've got our legal requirements for the HGV that you guys have got there, the BFG. So
BFG, yeah, you remember the name.
Yeah, I can't remember the name, can't forget that. We've got the brake tester here. There's brake testers, and I think you're at 8 weekly periodic inspections as well on your truck as well.
Yeah.
Which is legal requirements for your own licences. And then it's the unfortunate moments of a breakdown or anything like that we're here for. So yeah, your clutches, your turbos, and all that sort of gear, some tyre changes on the big trucks and stuff.
Yeah.
There's we got one in today as well. By the looks of it, for some water leak. It's running a leak somewhere. So we've got to find that. Try the lads to find that in the workshop and get that sorted out and get it on its way. Get it back on the road, earn some money.
Yeah, that's perfect. Also, just want to state that we moved to this premises 12 months ago, and we were quickly introduced to Logan. It was actually first couple of days, wasn't it? I needed your help with something.
I think the lads brought a forklift over, didn't they?
Yeah, that was it.
Along those lines, yeah.
Yeah, and then literally we've used them ever since. They've been fantastic. How long have Insight been going for?
We've been here for about 16 years now, I believe.
Yeah.
But yeah, before then we've been about doing the same sort of thing. General haulage is our sort of the main game, but yeah, we're doing a lot of maintenance now. We're starting to develop our workshop as well as part of that. And that's where we are.
It's fantastic. Obviously, for me personally, it's not good when vehicles need fixing because it's a cost which you never ever factor into any moves. But it's great that they're right next to us and they fix it really, really rapidly. Very good response, and they also charge me very handsomely. Yeah, so it's good.
It's perfect location as well, to be honest, for both us and yourselves, being so close that we can sort of drop onto it and help you out when we need to.
Yeah.
And the same way you can sort of work that around your schedules and stuff as well, which I think works well.
Well, the good thing is, if we have a problem, I ring up Logan or I ring up one of the guys in the workshop, and they can literally walk round to ours, pick up the van without us even knowing, bring it round, fix it, drop it back off. It's all done like that. So really impressed with Insight, and hopefully we're going to work together for many years to come.
Great working with you.
Cheers, mate.
Cheers.
Thanks, Logan. So Simon's team doing amazing today. They've got 3 vans to load up. We've just left them. They've got 2 vans done. The house is empty, so the last van will just be the garage, and we're on our way now to Luke's team. So Luke's got the lorry with him today. There's 3 staff plus him, so 4 in total. And today we've got a HGV driver who's never worked for us before, so he's come in. I put a post out on Facebook looking for a HGV driver for the week. He was one of the people that messaged me. I met him at the unit yesterday so we can have a little drive of it and get used to how it feels. So he's in today because our other HGV driver is on holiday. So it's become a little bit stressful actually with the HGV driver going away because we're so busy this week. Like today we've got 4 moves on, we've got 21 members of staff on the road, plus Esther and Tash in the office. And it's Tuesday the 19th of April, which not normally is the busiest day of the week. It's normally a Friday, plus it's half term, so generally it's one way or the other with half term. It can be either flat out busy or it can be dead. This week, thankfully for us, we're flat out busy, so we're going to go and catch up with Luke now and check out how the new lorry driver's getting on. He's not a removal man either, so he's never done removals before, so this is his first ever day as a removal man, so looking forward to seeing how they're doing.
Sunny day today at Warren's Removals. It's loading up for a lovely couple here, but as you can see, quite awkward items to stack. So you know, you get past all the boxes and the first stuff that comes out, and then you're left with awkward furniture. So as long as it's all strapped to the side and everything's blanket wrapped up nice and neatly, it's very safe to travel. We've not got far to go today. We're in Droitwich and we're unloading in Droitwich, and they've got the keys. Bonus, no key weight, and it's a rental, so no key weight. Bonus.
So here we are in the quote office. I wanted to address a couple of things. One of them being I got attacked the other night. It was between the hours of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. and somebody just wanted to go at me and my company. It's a little bit personal, not very respectful. So if you want to do that, I would like you to at least achieve constructive criticism towards me. Try and make it a little bit more respectful and not so damaging, because I am only human. Please remember that.
That's what year he was born, 1820.
If you ask me how old...
So just left Luke's job, fully loaded. They've got the keys already, which is great, and we're on our way to Chris's job. There's three vans here for staff. They're in Kidderminster. Kidderminster is my hometown, where I was born, where I went to school, so it brings back some memories. We're on the unload now, so Chris is already loaded up. They've got the keys. It is now 2 o'clock, so we're going to catch up with them now. Chris will talk you through his unload and how it's going.
Here we are, Tuesday afternoon. We're just moving Wars. He's come from Worcester to Kidderminster, so we've unloaded one van already. Waz has just gone to drop his dog off, so he should be back in a little while. He's been very prepared today, ex-soldier, which we love, because everything was prepared, packed for us, absolutely brilliant. But yeah, so literally we've just got this van left with the furniture on and we'll be done.
So on this job in Kidderminster, we've got Adam Timbrell. Adam Timbrell is one of the funniest people I've ever met. I'll pass you over to him, and he'll let you know how he's getting on.
What's that? It's not. Oh, sorry.
Thank you for watching episode 4. Hope you've enjoyed. I do want to point out as well that episode 3 had over 8,000 views, so we're really happy with that. We're really happy that people are tuning in and watching and hopefully enjoying it. We will carry on, and we're hoping to get better with each video. As always, please follow us on our Instagram, which is our tag here. And also, if you are moving within the area and you want to use our company, please check out our website. It's really easy to use, and we've just spent a hell of a lot of time and effort on that website, so we're really proud of that. And we'll see you next episode, on episode 5.